Okay guys, so we are here today with a very special video, the Goob of the Year 2025 awards ceremony. And I could not do this alone guys, I've got a very special guest, another expert guys in the science of goobology and shystonomics. So go ahead and say hi to the people.
What's going on? It's Lax, and yes, I am a PhD in goob shystiness.
Yeah, we got two PhDs here guys, and we're going to be going over some of the best replays from this year. Some absolutely insane games, and we are going to start with the OST final 2025 between Fusion and Old Spice Mike here. This one has some crazy tech. Should we get straight into it? Let's just start the game. Why don't you tell us a bit about these guys?
So, Fusion is a very up-and-coming player at this point. He is not recognized as the Legend of Za, as many of you from Blunder's channel may know. But this is official Smogon tournament finals. It is the biggest tournament on Smogon. Over like 2,000 people join this tournament, and it's a very long one. And it's a best of 3 single elimination, and it all comes down to this final: Mike versus Fusion. Mike is also a very respected player. He's been playing SV since its inception, and he's put up very strong records in tournaments throughout.
Yeah, two extremely strong players using some nice looking teams. Yeah, Fusion, I've been seeing a lot of Fusion's replays. Very good player, on form as well, and obviously he got to the final here, so had a fantastic run. How long is it? How many rounds is OST to get to the final?
Oh, I don't even know. Maybe over 10? I'm not sure. I never counted it, but yeah.
It's got to be at least 10 plus. Okay, so Fusion's actually down here, but he's got a good position with the Moth. But as you guys are going to see, he's going to pull out something crazy, which I don't think had been seen.
Yeah, this is the first time it's ever been seen.
At least not on the big stage. First time, some crazy tech. And this is the final, guys. So to bring this to the final, I feel like that's kind of that's a brave move as well. Okay, so look, the Tusk is burnt. The Zama comes in.
Yeah, and you think, how can Mike lose from this position?
Yeah, ID Zama looks tough here because he's only got physical attackers left. So you think it could be over here. Yeah, look, he just sacks the Sizzle and then brings in this.
Yep, so he can get roared.
Yeah, and look at this. Turns into a ghost type, guys. I've shown this a couple of times on my channel, the Ghost D-Knight. But this was the origin. And he encores, he locks the Zama into press, so now he gets to set up as much as he wants, basically. And yeah, he just keeps doing it. And that, honestly, is one of the clutchest replays, I think. The last Mon, Ghost D-Knight, guys. I mean, you don't even see that on ladder. Have you ever seen that on ladder? Have you ever played that?
No, this is the replay that made people want D-Knight to be banned, because it can technically be anything.
Yeah, just the variety of D-Knight, like, I think people would experiment with Fairy before this, but never Ghost and Encore. And the last move is Low Kick. I'm not sure if it comes out here, but it's DD, Ghost Blast, Encore, Low Kick is the set. And yeah, this Zama is just locked, and obviously he can't switch because he's just gonna die to any attack. And now, yeah, he's so set up that the D-Knight, was the D-Knight already chipped? Yeah, it was already chipped. He was absolutely finished. There's no way he could come back from that position. And
yeah, if he clicked Crunch instead, it might have been a different game. But at that time, the set wasn't used. People just assumed Fairy or Flying. So Body Press makes sense, but Crunch would have won the game.
Yeah, I mean, no one would expect the Terror Ghost there, so I don't blame him for clicking Press. What do you think? What do you think for this one straight off the bat? I think this is... I mean, we've got some heavy hitters coming up, guys, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think this might be low compared to the other ones.
It is the final, though. You have to consider the context as well, guys. That's very important. You have to consider, because some of these are just ladder games. Some of them are tournament games. And this one is, I think this is actually the highest, like, level, technically, because it's the final. So
it's the final.
You have to consider that.
I would probably say 7 to 9 for now, because I think there's some crazier things coming up. Yeah, I would say 7 to 9.
That's quite concerning.
Because if Crunch was clicked, it's a different game, but it is finals, and it is a shice tech that has never been used before.
Yeah, I think that could maybe moved up. Let's keep it there now, but I think it could end up going up to 4 to 6. Or
yeah, things will get changed eventually, I'm sure.
Okay, so next we have 3D versus Ox the Fox, and this is actually the only non-Gen 9 goob on this list, guys, which should tell you how good it is. That should give you an idea of how good this is.
This one was crazy.
Yeah, so let's begin. And this, honestly, this shocked me when I first saw it. I was not expecting this because, okay, so look, he goes to drill on T-Bolt, turn 2, turn 3, T-Bolt's on the switch. We have to, hold on, we have to just rewind that.
That's all we need to watch.
We need to rewind.
That's all you need to know. Turn 3.
Turn 3, just...
It's insane.
Yeah, because with a lot of these goobs, and just in general, guys, you'll see, like, people make plays. Like, usually it's towards the end of the game. They start the game just making the usual plays. But this guy, 3D, he just said, no, man, I'm just going to read his soul right from the start.
And without Hex versus offense in Gen 7, Sun and Moon overuse, it's over. You need those toxic spikes. You need the toxic spam, the Scarlet spam. Without that, there's nothing to do. Yeah, he got his come up in Sword and Shield. So this is, like, very like, wow, like this guy who doesn't have a Sun and Moon history just made the most insane play of the whole tournament. Just double Thunderbolt into drill and win.
And what about his opponent, Ox the Fox? How is he regarded as a player?
He's a very respected player. He won 3 trophies in a single year at one point. So, but not for Sun and Moon, but it's more Dragon Dance or Z clinging skills. Z clinging skills in Sun and Moon gives you an Omni boost like Ancient Power does. So that one is very spam because it's, you know, by virtue just broken, getting an Omni boost for a strong pseudo legend. Swords Dance is not too common, but it makes sense. It's decent, I would say.
So yeah, that's pretty insane actually. That's, like I said, guys, that's the only older generation one on this list. And what stage of the tournament was that? Was this in a tournament?
This was semifinals, I believe. Yeah, semifinals or quarterfinals. So it was a pretty, and this is Smogon tournament, which is, you know, 9 weeks of qualification with hours in a day to qualify. Very hard tournament, and yeah, they got to the playoffs and they have to play 3 different generations, which is really difficult.
Damn. So what do you think on this one? I'm thinking at least 7 to 9. For that,
yeah,
for turn
I would
2.
say 7 to 9 for now, because the Thunderbolt, like, it's not like a long goob. It's really just like one turn, but that one turn is really insane. So
one turn insane. Also, so early in the game and in semi-finals, guys.
Yeah.
They're huge factors to consider. So yeah, we're going to be tidying this up a bit at the end because this is going to be in exact order, 1 through 12. So yeah, the next one here, guys, is absolutely insane. Okay, guys, so this next one here, Lax, I think is already covered on his channel briefly. This was during OLT.
Oh, yes, during
This
OLT.
is during OLT this year. And guys, you know this had to be on here. The opponent, you guys might recognize, this is 143, the guy who has been in my stole videos. Everyone knows this guy, man. He's stalling. Well, he's changed a bit now, but he was always stalling, top of the ladder. Very good player.
The most famous stall player, I would say,
most famous, best stall player of this generation. But we have the challenger, Future Cooler. So he's not participating. He's not trying to qualify for the tournament, but he's here to ruin this guy's day with the Terror Blast Ice. Look at that, Terror Blast Ice Glimora. Turn 1, he tried to catch out the Glasgow with that.
Yeah, he tried to catch him, but he was smart. He scouted this time. He never does, is why they clicked it instantly, because he always clicks knockoff turn 1 with his Gliscor.
Okay, so look, 5-spin Mew. This is another good anti-stall tech, actually. I saw...
This is the most insane snipe. Every Pokemon is meant to snipe stall.
Yeah.
It's not even like, I'll bring 1 to beat stall. It's I'll bring 6 to beat stall.
Literally the whole team. I've seen Blind Max use this, I think, versus stall, and just in general, the Transform Mew. Insane tech.
Oh, but he Terra Ghosted, so he could... you don't get trapped if you're Terra Ghost.
Oh!
Yeah, it's an old tech because Arena Trap wasn't really allowed in Gen 9 ever, so it's more like a Gen 7, Gen 6 thing. If you're a ghost type, you don't get trapped.
Okay, that's interesting though. So he actually made a good play there to get out of that. Oh look at the chat. Is he aware of the sniping? He must be aware by now, surely. Like every set is just made to beat his team. He switches around, but now look, the threat is in. Bounces back to Toxic. And uses agility. I know you guys have seen that. I posted that a couple of weeks ago. But this was the origin of the agility Hatterene tech. Blissey just comes back in, but that's... Yeah, he's going to try and set up alongside him. But I think because the Ghost Terror was used, he can't turn into a dark type now, so the stored power is it's gonna be too much, isn't it? I don't know if you remember this, but I think the stored power just destroys this guy, doesn't it?
Yeah, it just blows him away. Actually, I think it lives one, but yeah.
Look at the chat, guys. They can't believe what they're seeing here. So you saw how the trapping, the fire spin and the imprison, forcing the Weezing to Ghost Terror was actually crucial, guys, because
oh yeah, very important.
It allowed this hat to just dominate the game. And yeah, amazing snipe, guys. As a stole sniping expert myself, I have to say this is very good, very high quality. But where does it go on the list? That's the question, guys. Where does it stack up versus these other replays in the goob of the year?
I think no matter how interesting this is, it's actually one of the lowest ones because it's really just sniping some random guy. Like, I think your videos are different where you're queuing into possibly anybody with whatever crazy tech. So I think that's different from like, I'm going to lose every game besides stall, and I only want to face stall with this team. So I think that makes it a little low despite how funny it looked.
That is true. This team, I mean, yeah, in my stall videos, my team like has some countermeasures so it doesn't just lose every single game on ladder. And in OOT, you can see, you can actually see them playing because it has to be like public, doesn't it? So his whole team was basically a snipe, which did make it easier. He didn't like. I usually just use one Pokemon, which is designed to snipe the stall. But this guy had a whole 6. He just stacked up on them. So, I don't know. What do you think then? 10 to 12? We'll put it 10 to 12 for now.
I think 10 to 12 for now. Yeah.
Okay, guys. So, we have an extremely heavy hitter here. This match is actually insane. And it's an important match as well because it's in round 2 or 3 of the OOT Swiss. I believe it's round 2. But it's game 3 out of 3. So whoever wins this...
Yeah, if you get 3 wins in Swiss, you make it to the playoffs.
He's used the same team in every game, hasn't he?
Yep, he used it 3 times in the same series. This is the 3rd time. Crazy.
And yeah, so the opponent, Helion, must know all the sets by now. And honestly, the start of this game doesn't go great for Vertical here, because he just traps him in with that Sandtune. So... He can only just get off screens really, and that's it. He can't. His Deoxys is just kind of. A few screen turns are wasted as well there actually.
Yeah, he did a really good job at limiting how much Deoxys could get screens.
And now, guys, it's time. It's all or nothing. He has to go for it here because look at it. 2 Mons versus 5. Heavy chip from Bravebird as well. Actually, look. And now it all comes down to mind games, guys, because Helion hasn't used Terror yet, and he could predict it here, but he doesn't. He Ironheads first as Ting Lu gets sacked. And now Slowking comes back in, and he does predict the Terror on the correct turn.
Oh my god.
And yeah, goobs him with the low kick there. And now Dozo comes in, gets heavily chunked and then knocked out.
It's a never give up classic.
And I feel like a lot of people are going to miss that detail, guys. He didn't just predict the Terror, he predicted it on the correct turn as well, which makes it even better. And then yeah, Gambit can just do his thing from here, clean up. But guys, that was absolutely insane. The prediction on the big stage, game 3, loss incoming if he gets it wrong. Literally any other, like in this sequence, guys, any other move would have lost the game. Vert had to be 100% accurate there. In that in-game.
Oh yeah, he had to be flawless and perfect in order to win that, which is why it's such an insane game. And when it happened, everybody was like, oh my god, how did he do it?
Yeah, guys, I mean, come on. This has to be top 3, and it's not 3. And I'll be real, guys, it's probably not 2 either. Just off the bat, looking at the rest of these, I'm struggling. We'll go through them, guys, but this right here may be the number 1. We're going to keep it in 1 to 3. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah, it has to be in 1 to 3. We're going to see if anyone can contend with that, though. We've got some more heavy hitters, guys. Okay, guys, so this one here, some of you have already seen this one, also on Lax's channel as well. But you haven't seen the full game on my channel. I've shown a clip of it, but we need to look at the whole game, guys, because it's an important, replay again in the context of OLT. Again, guys, I'm not a part of the tournament. I'm just... Well, I guess I am kind of a part of the tournament. I'm participating.
He's just a troll. Just on the ladder looking for YouTube clips.
Exactly, like guys. The clip farming is an important part of OLT. But yeah. So basically, this turn is actually huge. I have to chip the Gliscor. I have to chip it. I think Lax realized that as well when he was going through it. The Gliscor needs to be chipped. That's basically... Yep. I never use Ting Lu, guys. That's why I'm using it here. really fat guy. I'm just to basically chip everything with Ruination. Just chip it, get rocks up, keep whirlwinding.
And Ruination, Troll, yep.
Just troll, yep. And the main goal is actually to get in the Zama, guys. I want to get the Zama in and expire the Dauntless shield. Because if Flamigo has a chance, that Dauntless shield needs to be expired, because I don't think +2 acrobatics even KOs that with the +1. But look, we get it in here, guys, so that's huge. At this point, I was honestly thinking I could win, which sounds crazy to say of turn 8 of the game, and like I've barely even done anything to the key members of his team, but just getting the Zama in was huge, guys.
Getting that Dauntless out is a big deal.
That was honestly the most important, probably the most important turn of the game, aside from the goob itself. But yeah, so there's actually a couple of misplays I make. Alex, I remember you said that in your video. You were like, why has he done that? I'll go through that as well.
Which one?
Yeah, it's coming up. It's with the Rillaboom. I remember it because I made a couple of weird plays. You'll see that in a second. But yeah, I'm basically just trying to get the Veil up, trying to chip his team down. And it's all about finding the opportunity, guys, the goob opportunity. But here, yeah, look, I mess up here because I think this is where I messed up. Yeah, I glided instead of just hammering. I glided for some reason.
You wasted a Veil turn. Yeah.
I wasted a Veil turn. I wasted the terrain. I just wasted everything. I don't know why I glided there. Yeah, I can't remember what I was thinking there, but I get the plays right when it matters, guys, which is coming up soon. Okay, there I hammer. So yeah, I basically just wasted the Veil for no reason.
That's okay. It just made him vulnerable. He didn't expect it.
It's hustling as well, guys. Maybe he thought, okay, this guy doesn't even know what he's doing. He might have actually thought, underestimated me at this point. So yeah, I have to, again, guys, this is a key turn. Let me just pause it because I remember you said I expended terror. I had to expend there, guys, because if I get knocked out there, I just lose. I just lose the game because I have to get the Cloister in on the Gambit or the Slowking. Those are the only two that are going to be slower than Flamigo, or maybe the Kirim if it's not timid. But it has to be one of these two. And if Deoxys knocks me out here, I just lose the game because it outspeeds everything and just knocks it out. So I had to waste the Terror, which is, I like to Terror the Flamigo, obviously, guys, but I had to use it up here to stay in the game.
Yeah, because Deoxys would have just won on its own.
Yeah, it would have just won, but he was honestly playing like perfectly up to this point. But here is, I think, where he misplayed. He should have SD'd, like you said before. Because now, he basically gives me a chance to pull off the tech, guys. Look at this. The Shell Smash with the Jetpack. And you guys already know what's going to happen from here. I've showed this before on my channel. But yeah, this gives me a chance to set up. And the Iron Head is, I always lived that. Actually, I checked the calc, I always lived the Iron Head there with the Fallen 1. Upper hand on Sucker. And then, yeah, guys, look, outspeed his team. But it's not over because the Zama, he still has Terror, so he could save himself. But no, guys, I knew he was going to do some shit like that. Some Terror Steel, some Terror Dark or Fire.
Yeah, very good play.
And then, yeah, he leaves. And I was getting a bit excited there, guys. I don't know, but yeah, he leaves. And actually, I don't think he qualified in that cycle. He qualified in another side. I think that game there.
I just realized we have 2 replays of Mike losing. Poor guy.
We actually do.
He's a very honest, hard worker. He did nothing wrong. He just happened to be on the bad end of this thing.
Yeah, no shade to Old Spice Mike, but it just, there's a couple of other guys who appeared twice in this video. Maybe not on the receiving end of the goob, but like, okay, so where do you think this lands on the tier list? That's the question. It's not as important.
This is really high. No glaze, no bias or favoritism. This is pretty high because this is Mike. He's a very respected player.
Yeah, it's a good opponent.
I would say maybe 3 or 4 to 6.
I'm going to put it in 4 to 6, guys, because it's.
Put it high.
I'm going to put it 4 to 6 initially because it's not. It's in OLT obviously, but I'm not a part of OLT. I'm just trolling. But it's in a tournament format. It's a good player, but it's not like it's in the Swiss stage or the semi-final or the final. It kind of feels wrong to put this above Fusion here, guys, but I don't know. Maybe we'll readjust that at the end because, yeah, you have to balance it out. It depends on the situation, but also, guys, the tech. You can't ignore the tech there, so. Okay, guys, so this next one here is another crazy one. This is actually just from ladder. No tournament, nothing going on, but it is against one of the best, probably the best, I'd say, actually. Probably the best SVOU player, at least on ladder. What do you think? Do you think Stormzone's the best ladder player in SVOU?
Yeah, definitely the most consistent ladder player because he
Most
always has
consistent,
ults
yeah.
in the top 3, always playing in top 3.
Yeah, he's always up there. He's always like number 1, number 2. He's always in the top 3 for sure. So this is Ima here, surface area. And he's bringing some... Honestly, I didn't know what to think when I first saw this team. It's a weird looking team. He's got a Magnezone there. I don't know. Okay, so it actually comes in here. I guess it's good for
Magnezone. The most useless Magnezone matchup ever, perhaps.
Yeah, it's good for the Ogerpon, but that's about it. I'm not okay. So it's got the eye.
Seems like it's meant to trap King Gambit's.
Gambit, yeah, I was thinking that. It's just for the Gambit snipe, basically, with the eye def and the body press. Okay, no, he actually expends the Terror, which is important, guys. Because now the Heatran doesn't resist the... Well, you're about to see it, guys. The Heatran does not resist the move the Deoxys is about to go for. So he taunts, which is actually a bit of a blow to the strategy, but he has to just go for Store Power here. And you might be thinking at this point it's over, because he's taunted. He's got this weak, what is it, like 60 power Store Power at this point, with only 1 boost. He's on literally 1 HP. Okay, so he knocks out the Heatran. But, guys, the Terror Poison, recover!
Oh, God.
That is clutch. That is insanely clutch. Yeah, just recovers again. And now we start setting up Cosmic Power. And look at this damage. 64. That is crazy. And the weakness policy as well. So now he's fully set up to win. The Ogerpon doesn't have Terror, so they can't outspeed. He recovered. Yep. That's a bit of a troll. He just recovered. I think he just could have knocked him out there. But yeah, he recovers.
Oh, definitely.
And then knocks him out. So, yeah, guys, insane. And look at the ELO. Look at Stormzone's ELO there. 2038.
Yeah, this was one of the highest ladder goobs in terms of rank, for sure.
This might actually be the highest one. In terms of rank, Old Spice Mike wasn't that high when I faced him. And Ezra Fan, aka 143, wasn't too high when Future Caller faced him either. So this, I don't know. What do you think? What do you think on the tier list, considering the ELO?
This is a pretty high one because the ELO and the insane Deoxys that nobody has seen before.
And it is Stormzone as well. Which,
it could be 1 to 3.
It might be. Let's put it in 1 to 3. We've got some heavy hitters again, guys, but let's see. Okay, guys, so the next one here, we have another OOT game and another Vert game. And this time he's up against TDNT, and I believe this is also Swiss, isn't it?
Yeah, this is also official ladder tournament Swiss stage. Actually, this might be playoffs, but I'm not entirely sure. I just know this is like game 3. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, this is game 3. It's another crucial game in the next stage of the tournament, guys, which immediately adds to the significance. And this one's a little bit different from the last Vert one that we saw.
Oh my god, that dropped.
Yeah, just completely dropped to the CC there. And then, yeah, wow, the Flare Blitz just completely knocks out the Tusk. Life Orb Blaziken put in some good early work there.
Life Orb Blaziken.
Crucial early work.
The goob comes from these plays, coming right up.
Yeah, the goob comes here. So he Hurricanes, which is odd because obviously that resists it. But he's predicting a switch. And he actually, look guys, he actually calls it again, the double Hurricane, knocking out the weave. Because obviously that's what he thought he would do the first time. He thought he would switch to take the dark move. But he just calls it again the second time. So yeah, he goes back out again. Insane already, guys. Insane cool. See, it's plays like that really add to the... in the rankings, guys, that really add to the score, you know. The hard reads. Especially in this stage of the tournament as well. And look at that again, guys. The double body press. Body pressing on the Sinister. Calling the switch again. Absolutely insane.
Wow, that double press just to let him know.
And he goes back to Moltres, which is looking to be... Yeah, looking to be the wink on here. So the Salt Cure, he just terrors out of that, so it's not going to do quite as much. But yeah, because of those goobs in the mid game, he's got himself into a position where he can just knock out the Garg, knock out the Teacup.
But yeah, that double press into the Heatran sack and that Hurricane into the Weavile, it's just too clean. It's not the most insane game we've seen today, but it was just a clean aggression, just like absolute smoking of TDNT.
Yeah, really clean plays, the double press, the doubling down basically, doubling up on the goob, and he gets it both times actually, which was crucial. Honestly, this is looking like at least a 4-6, again, because of the stage of the tournament, because of the...
Yeah, it could be that, or it could be 7-10, or what's that?
It could be.
Like the third tier, yeah.
It could be 7-9 or 10, definitely not 10-12, but I'm going to put it in 4-6, because like I said, guys, we're literally going to rank these in exact order at the end, so there will be a definitive 1 through 12 ranking for the goob of the year. Okay guys, so this next one here was a little bit earlier in the year, February, so this was OST, again the second OST game here, and
versus very famous YouTuber of Pokemon, Freezai.
Yeah, versus Freezai.
The other players was an OST finalist in the previous 2 years ago actually.
Oh, was he?
It's been a while now.
Didn't realize that. Yeah, so it's top player, guys. Top player, very good YouTuber as well. One of the most well-known players. And Stellar Flares. What do you know about Stellar Flares? I don't know this guy.
Oh, I meant Stellar Flares was the OST finalist 2 years ago, not Freezai.
Okay, so this guy's not that much of an underdog then. He must be really good to get to finals of OST. Yeah. So Malamar comes in. It's time. Acupressure, guys. Instantly evasion, which is huge. He doesn't avoid that Moonblast, but that evasion is crucial. Because this is honestly looking dire. He gets it again. Look, gets the evasion again. But he does get hit again. But he has the rest, guys. This situation without the evasion, look at that dodge, would not be possible, would it? If he didn't have the evasion, he would have just lost.
Oh, absolutely not. It's just over.
Yeah, it would have been completely over. But he gets the clutch evasion. Some people might not like this, guys. The purists, they might not like this one. The guys who don't like the kind of more cheesy stuff, they might not like this one. But guys, you have to put some respect on Malamar. I mean, look at this. He's coming back from a completely lost position. Knocks out the Valiant there. So he's got a special attack back from the minus. Deoxys comes in, misses again, guys. That would have knocked him out as well. And he heals back up with rest. See, look at that damage. That would have definitely knocked him out. That Psycho boost.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. This was a crazy robbery, but also insane.
Yeah, I think Freezai he did a video on this. I remember seeing this. That's why I remembered it from his video. And he was not happy. He was not happy, guys. I mean, who would be? Don't lie, guys. If this happened to you in an important tournament, you would get mad as well. Anyone would. Cheese by the Malamar. But yeah, Sizzle comes back in. SD's up. Yeah, but guys, the bullet punch missed. That is honestly a bit sad, but it's crazy. The Malamar, my friend Malamar, guys, coming in with the clutch goob at the end there. Wow. I mean... This could be 4-6, but it could be 1-3. Just you have to maybe factor in that it's in a tournament.
Yeah, it is still OST, but it is still robbery. So it's tricky to put this one.
Yeah, watching that back, like off camera, we were talking about this, but watching it back, it is an insane robbery. So this is the kind of thing that I would bring to Ladder, guys. He brought this to a tournament, so you got to factor that in. I don't know. What do you think? Do you want to put it in 4-6? Maybe at the top of 4-6 for now.
Yeah, I think that's fine for now.
Alright guys, so we are back with another tournament game. This is actually the World Cup of Pokemon. So, very important game. Pop Smoke is US, I guess? What team is Pop Smoke on?
US West for Pop Smoke and US South for Leng Loi. This is qualifying stage.
It's the qualifying stage. US West versus South. High stakes, guys, again. And the start of the game, again, pretty standard. Just a nice little Glow King. Does get the poison on the Tinglu, which is pretty huge. Now he doubles into Gambit, guys. And this is where you're going to see one of the craziest King Gambit replays I've ever seen. This is competing with the Vert one, I think. It's a bit different. But look, the paralysis, guys. The paralysis from the T-Bolt. And look at this. Red, paralyzed Gambit. How could it possibly win? It knocks out the gold. The hat comes in and sacks itself, which is the right play, I think. Or is it, though? Because if it is, he could have just knocked him out there. But he brings the Zama back, which actually fails to knock him out with the press. And then the Sucker Punch on Garchomp, even though he gets knocked out, it doesn't matter because he's got the G-King, and that's the game, guys. So yeah, you could maybe say the opponent misplayed there, but honestly, guys, that was absolutely insane.
Yeah. Yeah, if the opponent goes Garchomp before Zamazenta, and then Healing Wishes, or if you go Garchomp first and then Healing Wishes Zama, then Zama will always knock King Gambit out with the Ruskin chip. So that was a crazy one for sure.
Yeah, he had to go to Garchomp first. He did misplay that slightly, but this has got to be
Probably low
4 to 6 or 7 to 9. What do you think?
I think maybe even 10 to 12, honestly. Like this was just Gambit doing its thing, doing well because of misplays, that kind of thing. So I don't think it's like a super crazy game. Like the end is wild, but it's also misplays, right?
I'm not sure, guys, because Leng Loi is, as far as I know, a top player, aren't they?
No BM, but I'm not entirely sure if they would be considered a top player. Like they wouldn't be ranked in like top 10 of SPL SV players is what I was thinking. No, definitely a strong player, definitely a strong builder, but yeah.
Okay, guys, so this one here is another one in OLT, the third one, where it's a troller against a serious player trying to qualify, guys. So I don't really know what to say. I feel like you have to just watch this one to appreciate what happens here, guys, because this is actually Ima on the other side. I didn't realize that when I first saw this, but yeah, usually Ima's the one with the Scheist doing the cooking, but this time, guys, he ran into something devious, absolutely devious. So we've got a Psychic Terrain team here, guys, but you might notice in the bottom left, the Penguin. Not gonna lie, I actually forgot this Pokemon existed before I saw this replay. Like, I didn't even play Gen 8, so I didn't even know about this guy. Was he on your radar at all, the Penguin?
Oh, absolutely not.
No one knows about the Penguin, guys, and you might not even know what it does, but you're going to see exactly how the Penguin can win. As you're going to see here, the Penguin comes in on Tusk, and the Ice Face activates, so it takes 0. It's kind of like Disguise, I guess. It takes 0, sets up a sub, and he's still outsped by the Tusk, but, guys, he uses Belly Drum, activates the Salic Berry to boost his speed, and then it outspeeds. That's crazy. So does the ability change its speed? Yeah, look, now it's 394 max. Knocks out the Tusk, knocks out the Anam, and he's getting so excited in the chat here, guys. And knocks out the Kirim. Just insane endgame there. I've never seen that before. The Penguin. He can't even believe it, guys. Look at the chat. He can't even believe what just happened there.
Tech, it's crazy, but also it's like it's a pretty low quality game, I would say.
Yeah, I think
it's tough.
Ima might have been a little bit off form in this one. I'm not sure because he gave quite a big early lead to the Penguin, but yeah, he still had a very good team. He could have easily won that. So the Penguin did do its job, more than its job. We'll put it in 7 to 9 then. We'll put it 7 to 9 for now. We're definitely gonna have. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to adjust this because I feel like unless one of these last two is a 1 to 3. Okay, guys, so we have another one here, and this one is actually in the Smogon Champions League, so another important game. Let's start it. And yeah, this is ABR, widely considered the GOAT. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, the greatest Pokemon player of all time, in a best of 1 setting especially, the highest sheet record, win-loss ratio. And then Finch, on the other hand, OU tier leader. Everybody knows who Finch is.
Yeah, Finch, the unofficial leader of Big Store. But yeah.
Yeah.
AVR's here with the Screen Superior, which is actually quite clutch here. Haven't really seen that often, but it's clutch in this matchup.
Yeah, it's a really old gen, like Gen 7, Gen 6 kind of set.
Before this match, I've never seen Iron Crown used in this way. So I'll make it normal now, because the threat is in. So he sets up Carmine.
Yeah, really cool set.
Gold is in, but he turns into a ground type and substitutes. That is what I've never seen before, guys. The substitute crown.
Yeah, that's a crazy set read. Perfect into Scarf Gold teams.
Yeah, it covers that matchup and the Terror just to make sure that even if he Shadow Balled, it might not have been broken the sub. So yeah, Glasgow comes in easy 2-shot there, guys. Easy 2-shot. And the Samu, it does have Sucker, but it's not enough, as you can see. Just absolutely goobed. And yeah, has to forfeit there, because the rest of his team, look, the Petch gets destroyed by Tachyon or Terra Blast. Same with Gold. And same with Tusk. So Yeah, I feel like that substitute on the trick
Yeah.
was so clutch. I mean, if he hadn't have substituted, he definitely wouldn't have swept.
Yeah, this was an insane goob. Yeah, super cool text coming out. Yeah, I think this is a pretty high level one, honestly, because it's using a unique set and unique team structure that nobody has ever used before, and it's also like a really insane tech in the first place. So I don't know. This one is probably pretty high, and it's by one of the best players of all time as well, of course.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in 1 to 3 for now because we need to fill that up. We'll check at the end to see if we need to switch some around. But yeah, I agree. The tech, he has the tech. It's in an important game, and yeah, his team is against a very good opponent, and his team structure, the screen surf as a whole, is like really interesting. So yeah, I definitely think that's on the higher end. But yeah, guys, we've got the final one now, and then we're gonna shift them around and see what we have for the final rankings. Okay, guys, so we had the final one here, and I know you see that little dot on the left there, and I know you're thinking, what is that? And why is it in this battle?
The little guy.
The little guy, I didn't even know what this guy was. I didn't even know what his name was. I didn't even know who it was until I saw this replay, and I realized exactly who it was. So let's get straight into it. It's a close relative of one of my favorites, who unfortunately got banned unfairly by Finchinator.
A long time
by
ago.
Finchinator, who we just saw got goobed. So yeah, make of that what you will. And okay, guys, it's in. I'm gonna slow down the replay because the threat is in. Esparthra Jr., the Flittle, comes in, gets a CM up, gets a speed boost, and the Thunder Wave miss, guys, is so important because that honestly would have slowed down the progress. But he, as you see, he does hit the Thunder Wave, so he actually does paralyze him. But in the end, guys, it won't even matter because look at the speed boost. He's getting so many boosts. And the Storm Power just knocks out the Clefairy 1. Insane, guys. The Esparthra Jr. just putting in the work. And then the Terra Blast fight on the Samu. Did Esparthra used to run that? Did it used to go with Terra Blast Flight? Or...
Yeah. So it started out as Terra Fairy Dazzling Gleam, and then people realized, wait, we can just nuke King Gambit and they won't expect it ever. Yeah,
so even a late game King Gambit would not have saved him here, guys. And honestly, that is... Look at the elo too. Like, the opponent, obviously, we know is a very good player. And he was kind of high on the ladder. And the guy doing it, Quack. Shout outs to Quack. He was, climbing in the 1800s with his tech. So, really good stuff. Love that, guys. And we're going to see where this falls. Again, it's a bit of a... It's not like in a tournament or even in like OOT. But it's honestly... Well, there's a space in 10 to 12. That space needs to be filled. But... Is this the one that fills it? I'm not sure. Or should this be 7 to 9?
This is a high level one, honestly.
This could be... Okay, let's put it in 7 to 9. So, let me go through it. We've got Vert versus Helion, number 1. We've got Ima versus Storm, number 2. ABR versus Finch, number 3. I feel like that's a good top 3, to be fair, guys. I mean...
I think that's fine with me.
Yeah, we could switch... What do you think? What do you think's better? Ima versus Storm or ABR versus Finch?
ABR versus Storm is higher stakes, I think, so maybe that goes ahead.
ABR versus Finch, you mean? Yeah. I think the stakes were higher. Even though, yeah, actually I agree with that. The stakes were higher and the tech was actually insane as well, the substitute. So I'm going to put...
Yeah.
I think the Vert is number 1. Like I said at the start, guys, we're going to go through it. But honestly, I don't get the feeling that any of these have overtook what we saw with Vert versus Helion. So I'm going to keep that at number 1. ABR Finch, number 2. I agree. Ima versus Storm, number 3. And then 4 to 6. At the moment, we have... Okay, so we have Stellar Flares versus Freezai in 4.
Okay, that one's pretty crazy, yeah.
We have me versus Mike in 5. And then we have Vert versus TDNT in 6. So I kind of...
We could maybe move the Vert one down if we come up with better ones.
Yeah, I mean...
That one's probably fine.
I think those 3, they could be there. But look at these. Okay, so 7 to 9. We've got Fusion versus Mike. We've got 3D versus Ox the Fox. We've got Delibird Hearts versus Ima, which is the penguin. And then we've got the Quack one, which we just saw. The Flittle, Esparthra Jr. So what do you think? I mean, could any of these deserve to be swapped with the Vert one? Do you think any of these are better than Vert versus TDNT? The double hurricane, the double press. What do you think?
Maybe we. It's tough because they're different metrics of seriousness versus like just crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's hard, guys. It's hard to balance the seriousness versus the meme, like, and the stakes. How do you balance it all? It's tough. It's tough to balance it, but Fusion versus Mike. Can we put Flittle above the OST final? Can we do that?
Okay, we'll put Fusion versus Mike a little higher then.
Yeah, do you think we should swap Fusion versus Mike with Vert versus TDNT for number 6?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, because I think just the final, I feel like putting it below that is kind of crazy. Yeah, but okay, so now we've got 7 to 9, Vert, Delibird, 3D versus Ox, and Flittle. So I think what we should do is I think we should choose between these two memes. Which meme deserves to be in?
Flittle is the best.
You think so?
Meme.
You think it's ahead of Penguin? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
It's tough. I mean, the Penguin was against Ima, very good player, but yeah, it was in OT. But I agree, the Esparta Junior guys, it's just too. I mean, the Penguin too, but
yeah, and I think it did more than the Penguin. The Penguin cleaned up the game, but it didn't win him the game by being the Penguin. Flittle being Flittle.
That's actually I agree with that actually, because the Penguin. The team already cleaned up quite a lot before the Penguin came in, so we'll bump that down. Okay, now the question is 10 to 12. It's between the King Gambit versus Leng Loi or the Penguin.
We'll do the King Gambit over the Penguin. I think that should be
good. Okay. I agree with that actually, because crazy guys that's number 10. But that's the stand. Look, guys, that's the standard we have here. The insane standard of these goobs. So yeah, that is the final ranking, guys. That is, Goobs of the Year 2025. Yeah, we had, like I said, guys, I had to bring in the expert to finalize this list.
Of course.
Yeah, to make sure that we got the right order. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Make sure to check out Lax. His channel is going to be next to mine in the title. And I am going to be back next week with an absolutely insane Showdown Live, guys. A generational one. So make sure you don't miss it. Take care. And I'll see you then.